Did you know that the average grain of rice weighs about 0.05 grams? You probably didn't because there's no reason for you to know that information. We're gonna grab, I don't know, what are we gonna use as a symbolic representation of a grain of rice? We'll do... A pumpkin is close enough, I guess. Here is a pumpkin. We're gonna turn it into... We're gonna say it's just a rice grain that's shaped like a pumpkin. We'll rename. All right, I can do 1 gram. Let's see if I can do a 1/10. Okay, and half of that. There we go. Okay. I don't know why it worked that time, but it did. All right, so we have a single grain of rice here, orbiting the Earth. But how could I do maximum damage to the Earth using a single grain of rice? Alright, well that's a great question. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to stop the motion of this grain of rice. So basically we're just going to halt it, because right now it is orbiting the Earth. Now it is not. Now it is falling towards the Earth, as you can see. When things fall towards the Earth, they gain some velocity. They go faster and faster and faster due to gravity. And then at some point, they strike the surface of the Earth and push all that energy into the Earth. But there's not much energy to be had in a grain of rice. It's just so small, and the energy is going to be proportional to the mass and the velocity. So what we really need is to either increase the mass or the velocity. Granted, we have decided we're going to use a grain of rice, so I'm not going to change the mass. We are going to change the velocity. So right now, this grain of rice is moving towards the Earth at a beautiful 4.85 kilometers per second. It's pretty fast. That's pretty fast. Faster than you could run, probably. But let's go ahead and go to light speeds and just set it to, like, I don't know, 1 of those. Will 1 grain of rice moving at the speed of light do damage to the Earth? That is the question. All right, I'm about to have an answer. Okay. Well, the game is frozen. Uh-oh. That's never good. Oh, there it goes. For some reason, it almost died there on me. We can see quite the impact in Africa. That single grain of rice has actually managed to create a crater. That's scary, isn't it? 0.05 grams. And it has punched a hole into a continent. We could probably fill it with water and make a little lake out of it. You can kind of see right here the edges of that crater and kind of that dark spot, the center of where it was hit. But we're not done, because that grain of rice, while it was going very quick, it was not going the fastest possible in this simulation. In fact, it's not even going close to as fast as Universe Sandbox can handle. So let's go ahead and find our grain of rice. There it is. Just once again, ignore that it looks like a pumpkin. And we're going to go to our grain of rice. Oh, here it goes. It's moving. We aren't even... Oh, wait, are we paused? No, we're not paused. It's gaining speed naturally. Let's pause and go ahead and set the speed of this grain of rice to 100 times the speed of light. Now what we would expect is that we'd get at least 100 times the damage, but we'll see what happens. Even setting the time down to 0.01 milliseconds per second, it's still zooming. Because that's just how fast we've set it to go. It is just absolutely flying through the air, and it looks like this time we're going to be hitting Asia and not Africa, and it's going to be a little wow, I punched a hole straight through the atmosphere. the damage does not seem worse, per se. Oh! Look at the amount of material that was ejected out so far. Holy moly, yeah, and look, little bits flew out and hit India. Oh, and all the way on the other side of India, too. That's actually very impressive. That, it actually ejected a ton of material from the Earth. Wow. Alright, well that was incredibly effective, but let's try this again, but with a little bit of a twist. I think I can do more damage without even speeding it up to the speed of light. What we're going to do is we're going to try a different kind of force. Instead of directly throwing the rice at the Earth with a ton of energy, we're going to spin it. So more of relative to itself, there's this speed. We're going to go ahead and we're going to find its orbital period. Or not its orbital period, I'm dumb. Rotation. And I'm going to make its rotational period 0.01 day. What this is going to do is it's going to make it spin stupidly fast. I mean, we are talking so fast that I don't even think it can be simulated properly. And now we're going to speed things up and we're going towards the Earth. Now, what do you think will happen? So this definitely has way less mass than the Earth. I mean, it is a grain of rice, but it's spinning so quickly and with so much energy that when it touches the Earth, it is my guesstimation that it's going to rotate Earth like 2 gears, and it's going to affect the length of a day. Maybe even dramatically. Perhaps we need the rotational period to be a little bit smaller, but I think this is enough. Oh, I almost messed that up. You see, if we go too fast, it won't, the grain of rice is so small, it won't be in contact with the Earth long enough to do damage. So I need to make sure that it actually touches the surface of the Earth for a little bit of time. So we're going to click on the Earth. Come on. Come on, Earth. Oh, jeez. Game's going to be annoying now. There we go. We're going to click on the Earth. Oh! Okay, well, I meant to slow that down a little bit. You can definitely see that damage has been done, even though it was going at normal speed. Look at that! Earth's rotational period has went down to 0.997 days. That's funny. Oh, look at the amount of damage that did! Isn't that insane? The amount of energy that was contained. Oh, and look, it's leaving a line of destruction because it flung out. Because it was spinning so fast, it threw the material all the way across Africa. And it's still going. How far? Oh, man. It almost reached the Atlantic. Oh, it did! It hit the Atlantic. Did you see that? Holy moly. Oh, my God. Right? All the way around the Earth. Oh, man. Look, they keep going. Oh. Wow. That is from a single grain of rice. Just spinning incredibly quickly. It just threw material all the way across the planet. That is absolutely insane.